Yeah, we just finished this Housewives of Atlanta. I thought I was gonna be more amused than I was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because we had such a serious one last week.
Yeah.
And it was really good and needed because it was one of those eye-opener, make you think, evaluate your life kind of things. I didn't need a filler episode this time. Certainly with not Nene coming back.
Yeah,
but we're going to get on into the review. Greetings!
What's up, good people?
Oh my God. Random TV reviews. We're going to get into this Real Housewives of Atlanta. What's the title?
The title is Miss Parks Goes to Washington.
Okay.
D.C.
Alright, so we in the DMV, y'all. If y'all know anything about us, we're from Virginia.
Yep.
So let's do it. Phaedra is going to Washington, D.C. for the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March.
Million Man March.
All of that good stuff. I know a lot of people that went and, they said it wasn't like the first one, but it is what it is. So Phaedra, Kim, Sheree, and Portia. I said, Lord, Portia, don't say a word.
Please don't say nothing.
Don't say a word.
If you don't know nothing about nothing that you talking about, keep your mouth shut.
Right.
Please, because they gonna blast you. They gonna blast you.
Yeah, so then we get this little scene where, what's the name? Apollo calls. I knew this was going to happen, right? Because y'all know Apollo been saying this whole time, I ain't been talking to my kids, blah, 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 blah. So I knew at some point that the random collect phone call was going to come into play on the show to say, there it is right there.
Yeah.
Do you see what he called? So evidently Aiden been acting up in school. Look, he done went from scared, praying, and needed Jesus to being a fool in school. So, so evidently they have been talking enough to know that Aiden been acting a fool in school.
Yeah.
He hadn't been getting his stickers and all of that good stuff.
Exactly.
Like I said before, I'm team nobody, I'm team kids, because all of these girls be telling lies. So I don't know who be telling the truth from a lie, and since it's a scripted show, I really don't care.
Yeah.
But he was telling his son, he was like, look, you need to be good in school. I don't want no bad reports on you. And you can't handle me. Aiden said, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I can't.
He said, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I like that he told Aiden, said, every time you be good, you might not always get no stars.
Stickers or whatever.
Or stickers or whatever you get. Because, yeah, so,
that's true.
Yeah, you just got to be good just to be good. To stay out of jail.
This is the part that I like, how you can, because you can co-parent from different places. And if that just happens to be your situation when somebody's in jail, you just make the best out of it.
Yeah,
not ideal, but it's the best. But the part that I did not like was he was like, okay, son, I'll be home soon.
Yeah.
Do not plant those seeds in a kid's head when you know it's going to be a long time before you come, before you come home.
Because a kid's mind soon is like,
Saturday,
few days, maybe 5 minutes you can walk through the door. Yeah, so.
Yes, I didn't like that part. Because then it sets you up for anytime somebody tells you something and it don't come to pass quickly, you don't believe them. So, enough with that. But Todd and Candy, they in the Ford, what is it, Ford 150?
Yeah, it look like
it's a nice truck.
Yeah, nice truck.
And they talking about the restaurant business and all of this. And Todd was like, if we have a boy, don't put him in no Jesus sandals in so many words with the toes the closed toe. And then don't put him in the open toe with the straps or whatever. So he was like, if it's a girl, we can't press her hair, relax her hair with the weave and all of this. So Candy brought up a good goddamn point, because I had this conversation with people all the time. Y'all say all this crap. But as soon as y'all go into dating where y'all go for it, every girl that has everything
that you was against.
Yep. He was like, you talking about weave? Talking about makeup?
Oh, that's Candy. Every bit of it's Candy.
So I was like, But he was like, look, your mom and your grandma and all the what she call them, the OLGs.
Yeah, the OLGs.
They got the recipes in this book. I think we take all these recipes together and open up a restaurant. That sounds real good in your head, Todd.
Yeah.
But y'all can't get along for 5 minutes. I mean, they better.
Yeah, they much better than they was. Yeah.
But I'm like,
but they ain't fully there yet.
For a family business, I said, oh God, have you watched Sweetie Pies? Have you watched Sweetie Pies?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Candy was like, how you gonna get them OLGs on board with this? He was like, well, we gonna meet at your mama's house And we're going to talk about it. Kendall's like, okay.
All right. Okay.
But anyway.
So she was talking like, them old... To me, she was like,
they ain't doing
they
it.
ain't giving up their recipes. Y'all know how the older folk are. Yeah, they gonna be like,
They would die before they give you that bread pudding recipe,
Yeah.
that dressing recipe,
Yep.
that sweet potato pie. They would die before they give it to you.
All I gotta say, Taj, you better have a convincing strategy to get that up out them ladies. I'm telling you. 'Cause that's the same ladies that got the weed. Y'all remember that, don't y'all?
The ski trip?
Yeah, on the ski trip when they went there, he said, we want to go to the weed store.
He said, weave?
You want to go to the weed store? They said, no, we want to go to the weed store.
So I was like...
So you better maybe offer them some weed or something.
He should have took them some brownies.
Yeah.
So then we get to see when we're over at Kenya's house. Kenya's house is coming along, but it did not meet the deadline. So she let us know that the reason it didn't meet the deadline because she was in Detroit. And when she was in Detroit for a couple of weeks, they didn't do no work.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna let you.
About that.
Kenya, you've had a hard time. We're gonna let you have it. We're gonna let you have it, but I don't think 2 weeks would have made a hill of beans of difference about your timeline from the progress I saw in the house. But it's coming along, and I commend you for that.
Yeah.
And like I said previously, I laughed about the house, but it's got darn smart. Only reason I laughed about it is because don't shade Sheree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, your house is the same as hers almost.
Exactly.
But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Deal too.
So Cynthia comes over and she was talking to her. She was like, how did the reunion go? And of course, Kenya told her, me and my dad we're so close
we're
now.
Cooler than we ever been before.
Yeah. So he was like my everything. She was like my Aunt Lori left. And I went to my mom's house, and y'all know how I played out last week. She was like, she clicked the door in my face in so many words, and she didn't want to talk to me. And Cynthia broke down. Cynthia was like, because you could see the hurt that was on Kenya's face when she was telling her that. And Cynthia was like, I can't even imagine not claiming Noel.
Yeah.
She was like, and this reminded her of when Nene had her breakdown at the reunion, which I had forgot about.
Yeah,
but I was like,
too.
darn, yeah. And she was like, it's crazy. It's crazy. She was like, and I said this too. I'd rather for you to tell me to my face, I don't like you, I hate you.
I don't want nothing to do with you no more. Yeah.
Good. Now I don't have to wonder.
Say peace. See ya.
Throw up the deuces. It's just like, I respect you more. Instead of just avoiding me. Cynthia said, I would have bust through the window and slid up in there and be like, what?
Yeah, she think the same way I think. She should have kicked the goddamn door down.
Right.
You gonna face me.
You gonna face me today?
Yeah, you gonna face me. You had me, so that's the least you can do is face me.
Right.
That's it.
Unless you want to talk about Washington. Okay, we done.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we finally get to Washington for... Originally, it was for Phaedra to go because she wanted to actually find a mentor in Congresswoman Wilson.
Yeah.
Because we forgot that Phaedra even had this whole organization, Saving Our Sons. So she wanted to do all this sitting down, picking her brain kind of stuff. So they ended up going to Congress to sit down with this lady. She had on her red hat, cocked a little to the side.
Look like that little doll on Toy Story, the women version.
So the whole time we was in there, I was like, Portia, don't you say it one word. Now, mind you, Kim Fields is late.
Yeah.
Everybody is in the party bus, because that's what I call it, the party bus, ready to pull off to go to Congress. She's still in the bathroom. Them kids running around, look like they ain't bath yet. Phaedra was like, look, I'll send another car for you because I gotta go.
Yeah, I got to be on time.
So they finally get to Congress. They sitting down or whatever. And Congresswoman was having a real conversation about African Americans. Some people get offended by that term, Africans, how we're treated in this country. And she was like, look, they don't like African American boys. They're stereotyped. They're jailed for no reason.
Yeah.
The blah, 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 blah. All the stuff that we know.
Yeah.
Kim Fields was like,
this chick done scooped up her boys, talking about some, they ain't ready to hear this yet. First of all, she came up in there, her hair looked like a pack of ramen noodles. And I got so upset because this lady was going to educate, especially your 8-year-old son, about what he going to face in this world. And you took him away.
Now, I was more upset that he's 8.
Yeah,
he's 8. You have not had that conversation with him yet.
And he's more than ready to hear that.
Yeah, and for him, because you can tell he's an intelligent kid.
Yeah.
I think he's probably a little bit too intelligent, if y'all catch what I'm saying. Because now somebody could be so smart that...
Yeah.
So, for him to be 8 years old, to have the capacity to take in this information and store it away properly, you haven't had this conversation with your black boy that lives in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta.
Yep.
Don't get it twisted. And I'm sitting here like, does he go to a school where there's white people at least?
Yeah.
What is it? I know that they're very hands-on as parents, but what is it that they do that their kid is not aware of this?
Yeah.
Because even if you don't tell your kid,
they'll pick it up somewhere.
They will pick this up.
Yeah. Whether it's by experience or being taught by a teacher. Yeah.
Right, because I remember being a kid, my goddamn self, and I did not have that conversation early enough, but I experienced it and I knew something before I was even told.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this boy, I was done.
Yeah, and he was in a good spot to hear because this lady got good results. This lady done sent over 20,000 African American boys to college. That's awesome. Then you're going to take them out to another room and tell them the same exact thing that lady was just telling them.
Do y'all think, I'm going to ask y'all this, do y'all think it was more that she didn't want him to hear the information, or was more that she wanted him to hear the information from her first?
Like more of like an embarrassment? Like, I hadn't told him, so let me tell him first.
Let me tell him first, and then whatever someone says behind it can kind of, put the stamp on what I've already told my kid,
Yeah.
But I think he would have listened to that lady more. But,
I think she can. Yeah.
But I will also give Kim this. We don't know how this was edited either.
Yeah, she could have said some more.
She could have said some stuff before this that kind of was like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and remove my kid because he's not ready for it. I don't know, but either way, I think he should have been.
I think he should have been in there because this lady got results. We ain't just talking about somebody shooting from the hip. They're just talking a whole bunch of stuff and ain't doing nothing. This lady got results, so she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, and not to go into a rabbit hole, but you brought him to the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March.
What you think was going to happen?
What do you think he's going to hear the whole time he's there?
You think they was going to sip tea and eat toast?
Yeah, and listen to Farrakhan just say a few words?
Yeah.
Because Farrakhan is not going to hold his tongue for anybody.
Nah, he going to say the truth.
So I'm like, what do you...
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm done.
I'm done. Okay. Y'all better do something on Lori.
Yeah. Fast. Quick, fast, and a hurry.
Knock, boom, boom. She at the door, unannounced.
Yeah.
She look high as hell. I said, Stella, she high? She come in there like gritting on Kenya like,
let's ride.
And get her.
Get her.
I said, okay, what's really happening, Miss Lori? So Shay comes. I don't know if I've ever seen Shay before, but Shay is Lori's daughter, which makes her Kenya's cousin.
Yeah.
So go on, get that out the way. She won't talk about being in the middle and how she feel like she being placed in the middle of everything. Kenya was like, why did you even come to Detroit to go ahead and leave? She was like, look, my sister who was home alone, did y'all catch that? Because Kenya said she heard her say, lock the door. So who she talked to, herself?
Yeah.
Now, if we confirm that she has mental illness, then maybe we'll believe that she was talking to herself. Mm-hmm. Which a lot of us have come to the conclusion that this lady must have mental illness. I don't know. But she said she was at home alone and she was scared and that Kenya was coming and knocking on the door. What you scared for?
What you scared for?
That's your daughter. That's your seed.
What you scared for?
Like Lady Nika said, that's my eggs. What you scared for?
Exactly.
I was like, Lori. So Kenya was like, look, I have every right to go and see my mother.
Yeah.
Lori said, no, you don't.
I was like, no, you didn't.
I started rocking us. Sat in that jail.
I thought Kenya was going to catch a case.
Yeah, so she was like, your mother was really young when she had you. She made a decision to give you up, and I think every young mother has the right to give up their child.
Bull. No, you don't. You might make a choice to do it, but you don't have a right to do it.
You have a right. You
don't put right on there. You got a choice, but not a right. That pissed me off.
Since we don't want to play on words, I can agree with, if you're not able to take care of your kid, okay, do what's best for the kid.
Yeah.
We don't even care about that. Kenya don't even care about that. Kenya was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all what I really think, and I could be completely wrong. Do y'all think Kenya's mama was sleeping with a couple of folk? And somewhere in there, she may not have really thought that that man was Kenya's dad. Whole lot of crap going on, whole lot of family secrets. Because why is that family protecting that lady so freaking hard?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, my family is ride or die. But let me be wrong. They not going to uphold me in my wrong. They're going to love me, but they not going to co-sign that mess.
Yeah, they going to make you tell the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, you going to tell the truth.
And this the part that pissed me off, because I never heard this before.
Yeah.
Kenya said she would be at family functions.
Christmas dinners.
Thanksgiving.
Family get-togethers.
And her mama would be in her presence.
And talk to everybody else. And won't say nothing to her. So I thought that they didn't have no interaction.
Me too.
I thought they never was in the same room that she always... But she was in the goddamn same room.
And your family let.
Yeah, ain't nobody say nothing. Well, I guess I can't say that, but obviously nobody stood up for Kenya.
In her presence.
Yeah.
Now, Laura said, y'all don't know what we said to her afterwards.
Bull!
No. If you're disrespecting your daughter in her presence, I'm checking you in her presence. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
I said, hold on, Laura. What you not going to do is make yourself the victim, put yourself in the middle, then want to defend your sister in her wrong.
Yeah.
And then the cousin was like, but, she doesn't want to be your mother, and maybe you just need to let it go, or
you should have called before you came. Like, she tried to get in touch with her. She won't pick the phone.
I was like, Kenya, I was going to say, Shay, your mama won't give her number.
Yeah.
So how's she going to call when she don't have the number? Now I believe Kenya probably do have a mama number because, it's like that. But technically, she don't have her number. So how's she going to call and say, I'm coming over, so she can not be there when she get there?
Exactly.
Nah.
That's exactly what she going to do.
Yeah. I was like, I am over it. So Kenya pretty much, she backed down, which I was mad at, because she was, after Laura said, you don't know what we tell her outside.
Tell me what you tell her. Tell me what you tell her.
Kenya was like, well, that's true. And she was like, look, there's so many words. Let it go. Blah, 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 blah. I'm here for letting it go. But what you can't do is tell somebody when to let it go.
Yeah.
They have to find that time.
Yeah, they got to find
let it
place.
Go. And Kenya seems to have found that time. She said a dark cloud has been lifted.
Went over me when I left that place. Yeah.
And I'm over it. I got you, and my dad's side of the family. And that's enough for me. So I'm here for how Kenya is handling it. Yeah. Bravo.
And I hope that she is got a greater healing. I don't think she's completely healed.
It's gonna take time.
But yeah, it's gonna take time. But that burden of that mother, I think she's gotten past that part of her not being in her life.
She's gotten to the point of resolution within herself to be like, look, she don't want to deal with me.
She here, but she not here. So
right. But when she died, don't ask Kenya for a dime.
Not now.
And I've had that conversation on my end too. Don't call me.
Not now.
Don't want to answer the door for me? Don't call me. We had a thank you luncheon over at Congress that Phaedra is at or whatever. Everybody comes in, pooching in like Justin J say. Everything's going off to a smooth start. And it was a very intimate setting. Lil Aiden was like, I'm so going to eat at the hotel because I don't like none of this food.
They don't know what I like to eat.
What? I said Aiden, yes. Kim, I don't like to talk about people's parenting skills because I'm not a parent. But I do know how to discipline kids. And I do know when you shelter kids so much that outside of your presence, they don't know how to act when they're interacted with other people. Why aren't you traveling with a team?
Yeah.
For something as crazy as this. Now, let me tell you this. As soon as they got off the party bus, Stella said, look, she need to check her kid about that mouth of his.
Yeah, his mouth. Yeah, he got that mouth. He was like, well, we are in this stupid Congress. This stupid trip.
Stupid people.
These stupid people. Like,
I said, man, my mama would have slapped our paws at me.
Matter of fact, she would smack me so hard, got down home, my head would have went through that bus window.
Yeah. So they sitting down, they eating or whatever. Before Kim had already left, y'all. Let's get on to that. Because the little baby started acting up, and, crying a little bit and whatever. And I thought she was just going to go out on the step or whatever, calming down and come back in. She goes to the bus and pretty much was like, I'm traveling with a 20-month-old and I got to lay him down or whatever. I get all of that, but did you know where you were going?
Yeah. He was going to a place like that where you needed to
like
she needed to bring a cousin, an uncle, or somebody to help you with the kids on a situation like that.
Yeah, when you by yourself. And I was like, I mean, heck, pay Phaedra's team some coin. They would have took your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, whatever. My whole thing was, I think Kim wanted to come. It got a little, it was a little bit too much for Kim. Because, truth be told, I think Kim is kind of like me. She's an introvert. I can't take but so much at one time. And she was like, as soon as my kids started crying, oop, that's my exit out.
Let me get out.
I got to go. Pew! And she got on that bus, and even Sheree went out there to get her. And she was like, you look kind of disrespectful. You're here, and you're not even going to go back in to try to sit down and eat. And she was like, how am I being disrespectful for being a mom? Don't use a mom as an excuse for everything. You know what I mean? You still have to live. Matter of fact, that would have been a good experience for your kid. And I agree with Sebastian. When you're that age, that kind of crap is stupid.
Yeah.
But when you get older, can't nobody take that knowledge away from you or that experience.
Exactly.
So, that was over. And then what else happened? They had that meeting over at Mama Joy's house.
Yeah.
They sitting down eating, and Todd brings up the infamous restaurant.
OG restaurant.
With the old lady gang.
Yeah, old lady gang.
Everybody was on board with it. But Mama Joyce, let me get back to Mama Joyce.
Oh, she was.
She loved her some Todd now. Babies change things, I'm telling you.
She said, hey, Todd, I love you
Todd was
so much.
I said, you better make sure she ain't put no bat blood in that daggone ribs.
It's kind of weird, though, seeing their relationship, how she hated Todd. She couldn't stand
I think it was a progression of everything. And then when Todd's mom passed, and Joyce said what she said about his mom and stuff, I think that it was just like, wow, let me fix myself. Get over myself. So he brings up the whole restaurant thing, and everybody seemed to be on board, but Aunt Bertha. Aunt Bertha was like,
I don't like it.
I don't like it. And he was like, I want to put y'all on a wanted poster.
Yeah.
Old lady gang wanted for the best recipes?
For the best recipe cuisine in the U.S. or something like that.
I liked it.
She said, I don't like it because I ain't never been to jail, so I'm not wanted.
I said, there's always one. They go talking too. I said, he should have brought her some weed brownies.
Yeah, that's all you had to do.
That's all you had to do. So we finally get to the Million Man March, which I didn't realize that Phaedra was on stage and all of that. So that was cute or whatever.
Was cool.
What's the child's name? Sheree's son, Cairo. He made it. It's crazy to watch how these kids have grown up. He's a cute 6'6" dude. And I said, Portia, get your hands up off of him.
Yeah, they was drooling and it's like.
Sheree said, look, just because he's legal now.
Yeah.
Don't play.
So y'all cougars leave my son alone.
I said, all right. Why? As soon as they literally got off the bus. Kim was like, I have to leave. This was a nice play date.
Now, I don't know if it was edited to make it look like that, but I don't know.
I don't know.
It was like she was there for like 3 minutes and now headed to the airport.
No. I need to talk about this funny part. To me. Funny to me. Phaedra was streaming live. I don't know if she was on Periscope or what she was on Facebook mentions. I don't know what it was. But she was showing everybody. She was like, look at everybody at the Million Man March. And she had her cell phone and she was panning around. And she was like, look at my little black little boys. These are my babies. And then she did a pan over. And Kim's son Sebastian was standing there looking like Jason Voorhees. She said, oh, Jesus. She snatched the phone. I said, what is wrong with that boy?
Ooh.
So
gonna leave it alone?
I'm going to leave it alone. So any of y'all that are familiar with the Million Man March, y'all know that it's a freaking event. It is all freaking day. It's long. And God darn it, that God darn freaking what's the child? Portia hungry as hell. She didn't bring no snacks. See, that's when Kim needed to be there.
Yeah.
So she can have her Tupperware of grapes or something.
Exactly. K-chip something.
So somebody gave them some Cheez-Its or whatever. But the part that I liked was that they ended it with seeing the mothers of some slain sons.
Yeah.
And they were able to get together, talk to them or whatever. And pretty much was like, we're going to have to protect our boys.
Yeah.
Real talk.
That's real talk.
Real talk. And it ain't just our boys. We got to take care of everybody's boys.
Yeah,
Because
it takes a village to raise a child. It takes everybody. Yeah, it takes a community.
So Cynthia's doorbell ring. Boom, boom. See, this is his part right here. It's Nene. Pause that, please. We're going to let it roll on, but this is real. Nene. She's back.
She's back. That's my girl.
I thought they was going to give me some life tonight, but they really didn't. But they come on in, pooch on in, like Justin J. say, sit down, talk. And they're trying to work on their friendship. Cynthia and Nene. Y'all know that they was the bestest with the friend contract, all of that.
Yeah, they was close.
So they get caught up a little bit. Cynthia said, but I'm going to need you to unblock me on social media.
Yeah.
I said, it was that real?
Yeah. Dang, that was, that friendship was gone at that point. When you get blocked.
She said, I can't even look you up. She said, we're going to work on that. Hold on. You in my house. Unblock me right now.
Pull your phone out. Unblock me right now.
So she said, yeah, we're going to work on this. I said, okay. Whatever. They talk about Candy being pregnant. Cynthia said, I'm pregnant too. Greg the whole time been over there like he just had taken his
chilling,
He was asleep. You pregnant?
You what? Greg, that's a cool dude right there, boy.
Yeah, I like me some Greg.
That's a cool dude right there.
So Cynthia tells Nene, look, I'm cool with Portia. Kenya, that's my girl.
What?
She said,
So can't nobody feel the friendship
like me.
Like Nene.
She said she thought she was the queen, but the queen is back.
I hope they ain't torn with it. I hope they ain't just brought Nene out just to this episode and we don't see her no more.
She gonna be on a few of them.
Oh,
I already know that.
Oh, okay.
But they doing it because the ratings suck without her. But I don't think that her presence is gonna recover the show like that. That's just my opinion. But anyway, yeah. She's back, y'all.
Yeah, she's back.
So we'll probably see more of her next week.
Yeah.
So straight from the VA.
The dirty, dirty South.
2 up, 2 down.
Holla.